Check, 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 and we are live. What's going on, Twitch? This is Jed Nikko here, repping Blacklist Society, straight out of Orlando, Florida. Follow me at BLCK List Society. I'm live right here with my family out here in TinyHatStudios. Go ahead and follow them at. Shout out to TinyHatStudios. This is the Little Blue Couch Sessions. So I just want to give a big shout out to the city. Big shout out to everybody who's tuned in, tapped in, whether it's now or later. So peace, love, and power. I'm Jed Nikko. I'm 31 years old. I am an Orlando, Florida native. I'm a hip-hop artist, entrepreneur. I guess back in 2017, I was hit with 2.5 years of probation. So what helped me get my life together in that time was hip-hop and open mics. So I started hitting Orlando's open mic scene in 2017. Started reading a lot about personal development, music business, meditation. I was reading things like Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, Seth Godin. And I remember in 2018, Tony Robbins and Gary Vaynerchuk came and spoke in Orlando, and they challenged us, and they said, build a company. After they spoke to us, I got on the open mic for the first time, did my first song, built a company, became a top sales rep in corporate America, took that money and built Blacklist Society. So that's an entertainment company, my record label, basically a music movement, like fuck record label and all that shit. We're doing a music movement with a focus to elevate the community through hip hop. That really, in a nutshell, I'm here to elevate the community through hip hop. So I'm happy to be here. I'm gonna do a few songs here for you. I'm gonna share my story and the story of Orlando, Florida, and what it was like growing up in the city. This song that I'm about to do, it's the first song I ever performed at an open mic. It's called Gypsy Lover, and it's basically about this girl that I used to date, and it became more of a physical lust thing where there was no love in the situation. And basically the message of the song is, don't get into situations based on just lust. Like, there has to be love and understanding and respect in the situation as well. So this was the very first song I did on probation, starting a company, hitting the open mics. This one's called Gypsy Lover.
Blacklist Society. Gypsy lover of mine, a fiery infatuation was cast before the summertime. Some relationships are caterpillars morphing to butterflies. Suddenly they fly, or tragically they die away. Here today, gone tomorrow, never here to stay. Gypsy lover of mine, I have to get you off my mind. I have to sever our spiritual ties. I have to say y'all forever goodbyes and do it with rhymes like her red hair smell like perfume and cigarettes. Her crooked smile communicates, she think it's sex. She eats stress with red wine and Percocets. She know how to duck the cops and the light of feds. She's a seductive distraction, painful in the end, but in the bed she brings satisfaction. Gypsy lover of mine, a fiery infatuation was cast before the summertime. Some relationships are caterpillars morph into butterflies. Suddenly they fly, or tragically they die away. Here today, gone tomorrow, never here to stay. Gypsy lover of mine, I have to get you off my mind. I have to sever our spiritual ties. I have to say y'all forever goodbyes and do it with rhymes like we had connection like a fast speed internet. We chopped it up and had us laughing like Chappelle sets. An open mic at nightcap and LSD sesh turn into some chemistry that we won't forget, but we both regret. Making love without the love is like a silent death. She turned around and said, it was all for fun, but now that we done, got me thinking, should have we even begun? Got me thinking, should have we even begun? Yeah. It was all just for fun, but now that we're done, should have we begun? Yeah, should have we begun? Yeah. Gypsy lover of mine, a fiery infatuation was cast before the summertime. Some relationships like caterpillars morph into butterflies. Suddenly they fly, or tragically they die away. Here today, gone tomorrow, never here to stay. Gypsy lover of mine, I have to get you off my mind. I have to sever our spiritual ties. I think I do it at Dandelions open mic on Tuesday night.
Shout out to the Dandelions community. Gypsy Lover. Man, you know who you are. You are the craziest Colombian Puerto Rican chick I ever know. But when I did that song, the open mic on every Tuesday night was called Diverse Word. Shout out to Sean Welcome and Diverse Word. It was at a vegan restaurant called Dandelions, which is no longer open. But every Tuesday night since 2006, Sean Welcome did this open mic where we could just speak our truth on a Tuesday night. It don't matter who you were, what race, religion, what you had to say, what kind of jokes you were telling, what kind of songs you were dropping. For 5 minutes on the mic, he let you say what you had to do. So I just want to give a big shout out to Sean Welcome, Diverse Word, for letting artists like myself get a start to touch the mic. Fun fact about that song, Gypsy Lover. So I asked this girl out on a date, and she had to reschedule. So I actually ended up asking her friend on a date that night. So we went on a date in downtown Orlando, and I asked her, "You want to get into some trouble?" And she's like, "Yeah." So it just spiraled into a frivolous, fleeting, gypsy type of love. That's why I called it Gypsy Lover, because it was wild. It was in the moment, and it just turned into like a lustful thing. And so what I learned from it was, when you're in that kind of situation and there's no intimate love, when you're just really just fucking and having relationships for nothing, it gets old and it gets draining and it gets tired. So that's why I called it Gypsy Lover. Certain relations are meant to be broken and cut off. So if you're in a relationship, I just say keep that love fiery. That's basically what that song is. Okay, so this next one right here is called this one's called My City Beautiful. Fun fact, after getting involved in the open mic scene, I found a studio in Orlando called Studio 18. So big shout outs to Studio 18, all the team there. And they recorded this track. I wrote this while I was living in downtown Orlando and pandemic just happened. Like, it was freaky, man. Like, we had never seen something like this happen before. Like, the city was locked down. We were on curfew, and I'm just smoking blunts through downtown Orlando, just watching things get shut down. And I just start to write this song called My City Beautiful. It's basically hip hop in Orlando during the pandemic. And I tell my story too of how I got involved in hip hop. Like, I grew up in the city of Orlando, and like many kids in the city, we grew up in hostile environments, in the home, in the street. So unfortunately, I got caught up in the street life, and a couple of my older male role models were career criminals, career drug dealers, and I got to witness them raise families, buy houses and cars, and I got attracted to that lifestyle. So you hear that in the music, not in a way to glorify it, but in a way where I looked at that like it was my way out of my situation. And so like I said, not to glorify that, but that's just a real part of my story. And hip hop is how I get to vent that. And I look at myself like a street poet, like a street journalist. And it's such an honor to tell this story, because I don't think we've told this story yet in Orlando. So for those of you who don't know, Orlando is called the City Beautiful. So this song is called My City Beautiful because I get to tell my side. And big shout out to Studio 18. This song made it onto the radio in 5 states. It's playing in Los Angeles, Detroit. It's playing in Little Rock, Arkansas. Shout out to Little Rock, Arkansas, Orlando, Tampa, Atlanta, Las Vegas. So I just want to shout out all the FM radio stations, On Dummy Entertainment, who put it on there. But this one is called My City Beautiful. It's dedicated to Orlando, and fuck with me.
My parents robbed for the Peter.
Way down in Egypt land.
Black society.
East Orlando, West Orlando, fuck with me.
East Orlando. we go.
My people.
My parents robbed Paul to pay Peter. I'm hot like a fever. Man, the boss on my block and he made me a believer. It's 745 BMWs with concealed compartments holding packs of drugs under you. My upbringing was far from normal. Your favorite drug dealer in dress code, that's formal. I ain't dropping bars on the track just to warn y'all. Drop bombs all night long like Vietnam on you. Leave the lights on, the Baba Yaga strong on you. Go John Wick, Deathstroke, versatile on you. Keeping it low key, my record speaks volumes. Lyrically Deadpool, slices through all you. A degenerate regenerated. That's DMT and TNC when I'm meditating. Strapping TNT to beats and then I detonate it. I kill the mic and leave the scene like it's premeditated. My name is in the hieroglyphics and the constellations. Here to shine illumination on my population. I ain't here to entertain, I'm here to free my nation. Got 5G, mind control, privacy invasion. Government conspiracies, mass assassination. Pandemic like virus, lower class elimination. Presidential scandals, murder up in the Capitol. Riots in the street, they start to feel like the Alamo. So erratic, no wonder they call me radical. Getting those smoking dope to make the punk take a sabbatical. Floating like a butterfly, rope with dope and Diablo. Vaccinate my ego with ayahuasca, the antidote. And here we go back again. I double up my grind while I rhyme and pay rent. I level up my mind far beyond the common sense. And I don't mind the drama, it's part of the success when you're blessed.
Hey, hey. Blacklist Society taking over the avenue. Orange Avenue, fuck with me. Blacklist Society, Orlando's underground group. Blacklist Society. Orlando's underground group, that's Blacklist Society. My city beautiful, one time for the two. Shout out to my niggas, logos and Nabu. You know the open bars compliments of our group. Thinking I ain't ready, man, you got the wrong dude. Bitch, I'm coming with it. In the middle of pandemic, man, I fucking did it. Lost a podcast and closed out our custom fitted. COA and Blacklist, yeah, we get it clicking. East Orlando to Kissimmee, man, my team is winning. Where the haystacks at, I'll find the needle in it. All black Tesla, I put the diesel in it. Make a brick, do a flip, get Knievel with it. And like your credit on the weekend, I exceed the limit. Econ, Semaron down the Silver Star. Lake Yola, Orange Avenue, the College Park. Live in the Mills District and Sodo. Ayahuasca ceremonies held on the low. Building psychedelic communities, my portfolio. Peace from the east to the west side of Colonial. If you from out of town, I know that you can't understand. I'm just saying that there's more out here than Disneyland, huh? Man, come to Orlando. When you come to Orlando, hit up Jed Nikko at BLCK List Society.
The Studio 18 at this bitch.
Shout out to Studio 18. We here, TinyHatStudios. It's the little blue couch session.
Yes,
I want to show mad love and respect to them, letting me come up into this space. If you're an artist, you need to connect with this platform. It's such a blessing, especially coming from East Orlando. Big shout out to you guys for hosting me, man. This means so much to me. I'm just filled with gratitude. All of you who are tuned in now or later, man, God bless you, man. This is a good time. This is a good time. I was just telling them before this how crazy it is that like people in Los Angeles, they're driving and they're tuned into their radio and they're hearing like Orlando. What the fuck is going on in Orlando? Quick little testimony real quick. I just yeah, what's not going on in Orlando, man? It's popping out here. You got World. Come visit Orlando. Is magical. And you don't have to go to the theme parks. But it's like out here, that means so much to me that the music is getting played in different states. Like it just means so much to me. The other day I was telling my people that when Los Angeles plays their music on the radio station, they tweet out who's playing. So I'm driving in the car and I get the tweet and it's like, yo, it says Jed Nikko, My City Beautiful, playing right now. So I go on the Los Angeles website, tap in. It's in my car. I got 8 speakers. I'm listening to my fucking voice. And I'm just like, this shit is fucking trippy. This is wild. Like, it was weird. It was weird. I was like, this is dope. But then I looked at the lineup, and the lineup was Travis Scott, Jed Nikko, and then they dropped Kanye right after. Like, tweaking DMT, huh? And it was just like, for me, I took a snapshot of the lineup because it was like all those nights from like coming from performing hip hop and open mics to like seeing you in a radio playlist. Like, it meant something to me. So I want to say thank you to everybody who helped me get onto the radio, the Blacklist Society family. You know who you are. And yeah, I want to tell a little bit story. This song is called Life Is Now. A couple months ago, I went to the ER. Like I had a real crazy like panic attack. They were explaining to me what was going on in my body, and it was like my body was freaking out. So I came out of that situation, and I did a full week of hiking from Lakeland to Claremont in the hills. And while I was hiking in the hills, I got this song called Life Is Now, because that's one of my mottos. Like I live by certain mottos, like very few of them, when one of them is Life Is Now. Like the past and the future are only perspectives of this moment. All we have is now. And my mission is to elevate this moment to the highest level. You know, because we don't know when that next moment's not going to be there. So that's what this song is about. It's about maximizing now to the best of your capability. Quick little story too on top of that. I was about to perform this last week at a performance night on an open mic, and right before I went on stage, I got a phone call that my grandfather was put on life support, and I was like, so I dedicated the song to him, and then a few days later, he passed away. We got to say our proper goodbyes. It was a beautiful thing. So I just want to rededicate this song to Eleuterio Mendoza Sangalang. I'm extremely grateful for his life. He's the only reason why I'm here today. He was the first man in my family to leave the Philippines, start a new life in America for my dad and his siblings. So I just want to honor that. This song is called Life Is Now. Fuck with me.
Yeah. Really side.
Blacklist Society.
Jed Nikko.
Hey,
Hey.
life is now, never later on the moment. Better come fully loaded. Huh? Life is now, never later on the moment. Better come fully loaded. What you got? Life is now, never later on the moment. Better come fully loaded. Life is now, never later on the moment. Better come fully loaded. Take your shot. Life is now, if you're breathing, you're divine. Don't deny your crown. No need for deep undercover disguise. We are the true sons and daughters of God. We have descended from high. We shall inherit the earth. We are kings and queens on a mission to serve. I came to impact community. Gotta let the youth know you were made to touch the sky. You don't need to drop it low. You don't need to serve a pack. You were made to lead the roles. Blood more royal than Pharaoh. No need to pimp a hoe. We are the cosmos, stardust. Let it go. And if you never take your shot, then you'll never know. True potential lies in you. Awakening's essential. The consequential once activated, you're influential. And I ain't preaching, I'm teaching. I'm here to reach your mental. Show you how to keep your third eye sharp like number 2 pencil. I'm rolling the 7 up in the heaven, deliver the message of flow. So I think I go and I get it, I go and I get it. I treat the beat like I do with the letters, I tear it and shred it. Damn it, I meant it. You can need a free cinematic, well I ain't broke. Come on, let's get it, and I'm all about it. And I'm through it all the doubting. And I got the faith of a mustard seed. I'll be moving mountains, see no boundaries. Pass me the mic, I speak my truth, not to show wow. I came to avenge the end game, Hulk out. Hey, life is now, never later on the moment. Better come fully loaded, huh? Life is now, never later on the moment. Better come fully loaded. What you got? Life is now, never later on the moment. Better come fully loaded. Life is now, never later on the moment. Better come fully loaded, huh? What? Here. Blacklist Society, Jed Nikko, TinyHatStudios. If you just tune in, it's a little blue couch session. That's Life Is Now. Man, I got to perform that at Fort Lauderdale. They show mad love. I got to perform that for, as a tribute to my grandfather even now. So that song means a lot. Yeah, I just want to encourage you guys. Life is now. Don't wait. If you got a dream, do that shit now. If you got something to say, say that shit now. If you want to own a business, start that shit now. At least learn. Movement keeps the movement moving. So the story gets better. After working with Studio 18, I got given the opportunity. I got vetted by a cool group called Dirty Mikes in Hollywood, Florida. Shout out to Caputo. They work with Rick Ross's team, Maybach Music, and I was given the opportunity to open up for Rick Ross in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It was like the biggest moment of my life. And what's even doper is I got to record these songs with his engineer for the performance. So this is called Drolando. Big shout outs to Caputo. That's my fucking guy. It stands for Dreams Realized Often in Orlando, because that's how I feel the vibe is out here. Like, it's a struggle. Like, I've seen tremendous financial struggle. I've seen tremendous life struggle out here. And it's like, even in the midst of all the struggle, there's this vibe in Orlando where like your dream could come true right today. Like, it just feels like you could, if you just made the right move and reached out, you could grab and manifest it. And that's here. And I just want to say that's here for you too. So if you're listening to this, dreams are realized often in the city. Be encouraged. It's hard out here, but great things are coming. This is Drolando.
Damn, that hurt.
Drolando.
I love the city, man. I love the city. Thank you.
Real East Side.
Real East Side.
Blacklist Society.
That's the team. Tap in at BLCK List Society. It's hip hop in Orlando. That's it, man. It's hip hop in Orlando. It's good music in Orlando, man. Elevate your mind. Focus on your family and the people important to you. Check it.
This that East Orlando flow in these streets like a Lynx bus. Sound like fish scale on the beat, call it pink dust. Rhymes on papyrus sheet, remember me like King Tut. Blessings from the four directions when I light the weed up. East Orlando flow in these streets like a Lynx bus. Sound like fish scale on the beat, call it pink dust. Rhymes on papyrus sheet, remember me like King Tut. Blessings from the four directions when I light the weed up. Eastern of the city, out in lower middle class. Learning ways in the streets to earn a little cash. Bright lights, white lines, gets a little fast. First you learn to add up grams, then you get the math. Then you learn to push a brick up and down the Ave. If you get locked up once or twice, you might get it back. 3 strikes and you're out like the drought is back. Ducking under covers, hoping one day you may break it back. Type of bread with that blush, it ain't worth the math. Negative karma, brujas with no arms. Foolish who stumble off and then I lost it where we're longing. Sip a cortadito, smoke a joint up in the morning. Cruising down Orange Blossom Trail, feel the warming. I'm peeping on my vehicles, detectives out patrolling. They try to pull up on me, but I did like shit was stolen. Street races on the weekend kept me sharpened in the moment. And Drolando, this is my town. Dreams realized often on sight right now. Show you how to turn debt upside down. Earn every single gem that you set in your crown. Highest praise to my God, He's held me down. He's raised me high in the times when I drown. My strong tower, I'm blessed at every hour. Welcome to downtown Orlando's version of power. This that East Orlando flow in these streets like a Lynx bus. Sound like fish scale on the beat, call it pink dust. Rhymes on papyrus sheet, remember me like King Tut. Blessings from the four directions when I light the weed up. East Orlando flow in these streets like a Lynx bus. Sound like fish scale on the beat, call it pink dust. Rhymes on papyrus sheet, remember me like King Tut. Blessings from the four directions when I light the weed up. 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 Say, when I light the weed up. Hey, when I light the weed up. Say, when I light the weed up. Hey, peace.
East Orlando, West Orlando,
Econ, Paramore, Ivy Lane's housing projects, Orange Blossom Trail,
John Young, Silver Star, Kissimmee, stand the fuck up. Oh man. Listen, I personally enjoy that song. No, like, listen, if you're not enjoying your music, don't play it. But that song right there, most of my songs start with me smoking around Orlando or walking around Lake Eola. And when I wrote that song, Drolando, I was driving past a Lynx bus. So I was like, in these streets like a Lynx bus. Sound like fish scale on a beat, call it pink dust, which is, some of the most fire cocaine back in the days that had a pink tint on it. So it's like the music sound like pure cocaine on a beat. So that song just means a lot to me. Like, I feel like that's what East Orlando feels like to me. And some people, who grew up in East Orlando, they actually message me and they're like, yo, I identify with that song. Like you captured a vibe in Orlando. So I'm just happy to bring those vibes out here to you and get to perform that as well. So this next song, I believe is, we're going to Monopoly, right? So, cool story about Monopoly. There's two things in life that changed everything for me. And it was God and psychedelics. Like, when I needed healing from craziness in Orlando, they started holding like psychedelic healing ceremonies with Native American groups from Brazil, groups from Peru, and they would, do psychedelic healing ceremonies. And so I kind of tap into that and how important that's been in my life, and just the opening up of creativity in my mind and the respecting of life and how fragile it is, and the appreciation of creativity. Like, I'm a very creative person, but in my core, I just believe that creativity could change the community. So I call this song Monopoly. It touches on psychedelics, and it's a super fun song. I actually got the idea from when I was in high school. So I visited a high school idea and made a fucking song out of it. Once again, Caputo did this track. We got to perform it at Rick Ross's show. Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to play this song on that stage. So it's a real fun song. Let's get it.
Blacklist Society.
Blacklist.
Jed Nikko.
Little Blue Couch Sessions. Hey.
Blacklist Society. I am the deity, I me. Do my thing with no apologies. Slaying the beat like a Socrates. Crucified, risen anomaly. Psilocybin while I spark the weed. I get too bored with the games. I came to build a monopoly. I came to build a monopoly. Whoa. I came to build a monopoly. Damn. Pass and go, collect a 200. Don't regular fucking without me. Damn. I came to build a monopoly. Smoke DNT on my balcony. I'm up in the heavens. I'm feeling the reverence. The presence is always surrounding me. Blacklist Society, I am the deity, I me. Do my thing with no apologies. Slaying the beat like a Socrates. Crucified, risen anomaly. Psilocybin while I spark the weed. I get too bored with the games. I came to build a monopoly. I came to build a monopoly. Whoa, I came to build a monopoly. Yeah, pass and go, collecting 200. Don't regular fucking with alchemy. Damn, I came to build a monopoly. Smoke DNT on my balcony. I'm up in the heavens, I'm feeling the reverence. The presence is always surrounding me. 407, we next. Fuck that, we here now. God's eye on my set. Many blessings rain down. Fuck trick came with the blood. Seeing me and they notice the crown. I like my clothes to match the weed that I smoke. Nigga, you know that shit loud. I'm from the east side of town. I could tell killers from clowns. My brother got hit up like Rocky, but he never got up to see the next round. My cousin with cancer died at 13, cause money just wasn't around. For buying a chain, I'm trying to maintain and keep family out of the ground. Going hard in the underground like a subway. You can hear the sound, wanna make a move, better do it now. Cause I'm on the move like I'm moving pounds. Like a Uber driver, man, I'm running down. Catch me cooling at the Cava Lounge like a referee and don't play around. I can't regulate and I call it out. Hey, Blacklist Society, I am the deity, I me. Do my thing with no apologies. Slaying the beat like a Socrates. Crucified, risen anomaly. Psilocybin while I spark the weed. I get too bored with the games, nigga. I came to build a monopoly. I came to build a monopoly. Whoa, I came to build a monopoly. Yeah, pass and go, collecting 200. Don't regular fucking without me. Damn, I came to build a monopoly. Smoke DNT on my balcony. I'm up in the heavens, I'm feeling the reverence. The presence is always surrounding me. Yeah. Ha, the presence is always surrounding me, yeah. Blacklist Society. Ha, The presence is always surrounding me, yeah.
Jed Nikko. The flood is here. That one is sold, man. It's coming to a city near you. Yeah. Yeah, man, we're gonna push to have that coming out soon. I've been working with a team. We're gonna have a distribution coming out soon. Hopefully by August, you'll see My City Beautiful on all platforms. You'll see it hopefully on some playlists with TinyHatStudios. If you're not tapped into TinyHatStudios, please tap in. They got a lovely movement. The Little Blue Couch Sessions. Hope y'all are enjoying it. How we doing on time? Okay, cool. So, right now, basically, I'm gonna get into a song called "Make It Big," and I also got to. This was the last song I got to perform at Rick Ross's show. Which, man, first of all, I want to say the only reason why I got to do the Rick Ross show and a tour, I basically got to do a little tour all over Florida to Vegas, and the only reason that I was able to do that was Blacklist Society supporters. They donated to the tour. They literally sent me to, yeah, hell yeah. They raised over $3,500 to send me to different places. Fort Lauderdale, bro, come on. I mean, so thank you. You know who you are. The business owners, the artists, the creatives, the a lot of these people were people that saw me at the open mics. No lie. People who saw me at the open mics, they literally donated so I can, do this craft. And people that I used to work with in call centers, they donated so that I can get onto the radio. So I just, So, this, in a real crazy way, Blacklist Society is all of you, is us. Like, it's just Orlando's underground movement. That's why I called it Blacklist Society. It was supposed to stand for like Orlando's underground music movement. And all of you guys who like good music, you literally got behind me, you pushed me out, and we have other artists coming, but I just want to say thank you for riding with me. This one is called Make It Big. It's just about, I have a great inspiration and motivation to make it big. Like, I don't want to be average. Like, I don't feel like we were meant to be here to be average or to like, work for somebody all your life. Like, I feel like I personally was here for a calling, and my calling is to change my community through music. That's one of them. And I feel like that's where I want us to focus on. That's what this track is. Like, you'll focus on the mark you want to leave, your legacy. In the track, I kind of talk about like deep stuff, like stuff that got me to where I am today. Like, I went through divorce. One of my best friends was murdered in a home invasion. And, I got to hold the bullet casings, from that incident, and these things gave me gratitude for life. My cousin, she died at 13 with cancer. Her one wish was to make it to 16. But, I'm saying it didn't work out like that. So it's like my music just wants to bring appreciation to the here and now. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like all types of music, but if you want to fuck with Blacklist Society and Jed Nikko, like the thing that I'm on right now is just gratitude, appreciation for life, here in the now, and be average. Be you, and you are great. Gary Vee said this thing. He said the odds of being alive are 400 trillion to 1. So think about that. If you're alive, you're winning. So this one's called Make It Big. Enjoy it. Actually, that's the last song right there. If we could put the Make It Big on. All good. It's all love. Once again, shout out to Dirty Mics for laying down this track.
JP Productions. I'ma make it big, really, really big. Told the bank I'm wiring my first million. Put it all on me, I do it all again. Blacklist, East Orlando to Kissimmee, man. I'ma make it big, really, really big. Told the bank I'm wiring my first million. Put it all on me, I do it all again. Blacklist, East Orlando to Kissimmee, man. I'ma make it big, really, really big. Told the bank I'm wiring my first million. Put it all on me, I do it all again. Blacklist, East Orlando to Kissimmee, man. Frustrated late nights. Took it out on beats on the street lights. Felony probation from the street life. Why my brother die in a gunfight? Little cousin died cause the money wasn't right. Divorce for my wife, I was thinking suicide. Battling depression, had to fight for my life. Gotta thank God that he put me by his side. Now I'm shining like a light, mighty like Samson. Swore the vow of a Nazarite. Sword of the spirit, but I still smoke a joint at night. Psychedelic from the universe to open up my eyes. DMT, LSD, psilocybin. Been initiated by the ayahuasca shaman. San Pedro, I'm all in the zone. I'm nice with the flow. Middle finger up, if you like it, don't. Moving like Steph Curry, man, I'm all in my zone. Got the bag on my own, fuck you and alone. I know it hurts to see me win, take a moment alone. You wasn't with me, blueprint till 4 in the morning. Facing 5 years in prison, now I sit on a throne. Damn right, Christ saves, I was dead on my own. Had a frozen cold heart like Canada snow. Now I'm starting brush fires, ready, say here I go. I go. Orlando's on brush fire, ready, say here I go. I go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'ma make it big, really, really big. Told the bank I'm wiring my first million. Put it all on me, I do it all again. Blacklist, East Orlando to Kissimmee, man. I'ma make it big, really, really big. Told the bank I'm wiring my first million. Put it all on me, I do it all again. Blacklist, East Orlando to Kissimmee, man. I'ma make it big, really, really big. Told the bank I'm wiring my first million. Put it all on me, I do it all again. Blacklist, East Orlando to Kissimmee, man.
Hey, and we out here, man. Big shout outs to Orlando to Kissimmee, all my people in Kissimmee. That's like a sister city to Orlando. You know, like we're tied flags. So, you know, that's what I got here for you guys. I hope that you enjoy some of the music here. Follow me at BLCK List Society. We just signed our first distribution deal, so the music will be on all platforms coming soon. So, you know, if you enjoyed tonight, shoot me a DM. Like, if you didn't enjoy tonight, go fuck yourself. No, I'm playing. I'm playing with you. No, I just want to hear good feedback from everybody, man. Listen, tap into my people. This is the TinyHatStudios. This is one of my favorite spots in East Orlando right now. We doing it really big. There's actually a donate button here in the video, somewhere in the link under About. So once you go to About, there should be a donate button if you want to support, you know, independent music, good music. If you want to support the vibe out here for the next artist and pave the way, yo, check it out, donate it. This is the Little Blue Couch Sessions. Once again, we out here for the city, East Orlando, West Orlando, worldwide. Be blessed, be safe, be you. It's Jed Nikko.